Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 160. It's keeping crypto and exchange safe. Binance response to Chainalysis and new bill in Congress. That last bit of news it was from last week, but I didn't get a chance to tackle it during the stream, so I want to talk about it a little bit today. Anyways, guys, if you're catching the stream live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you're thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. Link is in the description. Benny, thank you for being here, man. Yeah, we're ready, man. We're ready to get this show started. Thank you guys for being here on a Monday night. I hope you're having a great beginning of the week. Market wasn't too kind yesterday, right? We're getting a little bit of just sideways motion. And today we're starting to see a little bit of positive price action overall. But anyways, we're going to jump onto the news and then we'll tackle the market analysis, right? So, yeah, let's move on to this other screen where we do all the fancy stuff, right? All the magic happens. Let's get there. Awesome. So, yeah, let's jump on with the news, right? This is from Forbes, right? And it states that last Thursday, the Virtual Currency Tax Fairness Act of 2020 was introduced in Congress. The bill has the potential to solve a major issue with payments made via Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other major cryptocurrency networks. Sorry, they do state that that exception would be created for the potential capital gain taxes that often occur when these digital assets are used in everyday commerce. Now, the bill was introduced with bipartisan support from the U.S. House of Representatives, Del Ben Schweikert, I'm not sure who him or she is, Soto, and Emmer. Coin Center, which is a group of that advocates for regulatory policy on behalf of the crypto industry, has been working on this tax-related issue with Bitcoin payments since at least 2017. And the key usability issue with Bitcoin payments is that taxes may need to be paid in a situation where a capital gain has occurred, which could be when someone is simply buying a meal with Bitcoin at a local restaurant. Under current US laws, the use of Bitcoin to pay for goods or services is treated as a sale of these Bitcoin holdings, which is a taxable event. Now, in addition to dealing with the wild price fluctuations found in the crypto space, users must also track the gains made every time they want to use Bitcoin or another crypto asset as a medium of exchange, at least if they don't plan on paying the proper amount of taxes, right? Anyways, while a previous version of this bill was focused on implementing a tax exemption for transactions in the amount of $600 or less, a different approach has been taken with the 2020 bill. In the Virtual Currency Tax Fairness Act of 2020, the capital gain taxes are only exempt in situations where the gains made by an individual as a result of a transaction would be greater than $200. So less than $200, basically you're exempt of capital gains, meaning that you can go and buy a hamburger and other stuff and really not be subject to declaring taxes on that, which is pretty good. Hey, Fatty, how's it going, man? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, we're on the news segment right now. Anyways, this is somewhat similar to exceptions that will already exist with foreign currencies. So cryptos like Bitcoin are at a huge disadvantage when it comes to their potential use in daily commerce. And that said, moves by the government to issue their own digital currencies this decade could be extremely helpful to Bitcoin's value proposition. I love how they say this decade, man. Like, it's gonna take forever for the government to launch a digital dollar, man. They're probably gonna have to move quick on this. Anyways, if passed, the tax exemption would be instated for the 2020 fiscal year, meaning that any capital gains below 200 would probably be tax exempt, which is pretty good. Again, it would certainly help drive up adoption for crypto. Now, the thing I don't like is, okay, as a user, we're buying the crypto, right? And I'm not sure how this is working in the US right now. But again, why is the government taking capital gains when the user is putting the money in, it's putting in the risk, right? Like, if you put in $10,000 into crypto, $20,000, $100,000, you are buying in that risk, right? So why should you share those profits with the government? Now, I'm not trying to be against government policy or anything like that. My question is just, why do they have to take that when they're really not sharing that risk with you, right? Like, yeah, if it goes down and you have a loss, you're probably going to have like a tax break maybe. But why is the government just taking money like that, right? Like, if they should do that, they should at least go in and share that risk with you, so when they take profit, it's even, right? we're both sharing here on the risk taking. But no, it's me, the user. I put my money in, hard-earned money, to try to get something more and just pay you because what? You sat there and like passed a tax? Really? I mean, it's just something that I'm really not 100% there with, right? Even in any kind of investment, the fact that the government just sits and collects for doing nothing when the person is putting all the risk in to every transaction and anything that happens is just like mind-boggling, right? Anyways, on to the next article. It's just a little foot for thought there. I really don't want to sound like an anarchist, but you know, it's something it just really takes me off, right? Anyways, Changpeng suggests that crypto exchanges are safer than keeping one's keys, and he suggested that for most people, keeping crypto assets on an exchange is safer than keeping the keys themselves. Now, Shou gave his comments on a tweet on January 19th after Peter Schiff complained that he lost access to his Bitcoin, what apparently a lot of people are calling BS on Twitter. So if you follow Twitter, you probably heard this. Anyways, many hardcore crypto organizations advocate storing your own keys, but the truth is, today most people are not able to secure key, even for themselves, losing it, right? A trusted centralized exchange is safer, I guess he said safer. So most people, the numbers speak for themselves, need to work on wallets, right? So that's what Chou said. And in early May 2019, Binance experienced a major security breach, resulting in the theft of 7,000 Bitcoin, equivalent to over 40 million at that time. So again, yes, they do have insurance, right? So you're gonna get your money back, which is the good thing. The bad thing is, why having an exchange? We already saw what happened with a Russian individual that Ukraine wanted to investigate, and Binance didn't let him move his account, and apparently his account is frozen for 30 days. So again, not your keys, not your crypto. The exchange still can work with. I'm not saying you should do illegal stuff, but the exchange still works with legal entities, police, Interpol, etc. So if someone asks for your account to be held or frozen for further review, your account can be held by the exchange if the exchange wants to cooperate. So again, keeping your keys gives you control over your assets, right? Anyways, like I said, Vitalik Buterin disagreed with the idea that users should be responsible for safekeeping their keys, and the system's designer has no responsibility to avoid loss of funds caused by key mismanagement. He actually stated, disappointed at people replying to this with this crypto is what it is, and it's your job to be super careful and write down backup seeds in 3 places. We can and should create better wallet tech to make security easier. I kind of agree with that. It is your responsibility to keep your keys safe, but I also do agree that there should be a way to recover keys if enough proof can be given to really show that you are the individual in question, right? Anyways, since wallet has the wallet creators have no department for client customer service, let's say. If you lose your keys, you have no one to call, right? So they should have some sort of backup to where you can gain access, right? Like maybe how much you deposited last time. I guess that could be tracked. But anyways, maybe some key information, right? When was your last deposit into something? And a couple key data that you could give that might be able to get you back access into this. Anyways, Buterin mentioned the idea of social recovery, a system that would allow multiple people that you trust to use their keys in combination to enable the recovery of funds. Now, however, one commentator noted that social recovery systems have serious drawbacks, and given that it makes multiple people targets to possible attacks. Additionally, social recovery requires a certain degree of trust in the people involved in the process. So also, on other Binance news, Chou has taken to Twitter to contest recent reports from Chainalysis. On January 15th, the firm claimed that Binance had received approximately 1/4 of all cryptocurrency laundered through over-the-counter brokers in 2019, and though Chainalysis primarily blamed the over-the-counter brokers that initially sent launder funds into the exchange, it added that exchanges should do more to prevent laundering. And I kind of do agree with that. They do need to step up their know your client and their AML policies and securities in place. Anyways, we also call on the exchanges to carry out more extensive due diligence on over-the-counter brokers and other nested services operating on their platform, the firm wrote on its report. Anyways, Chou responded to Chainalysis by criticizing the firm's for-profit approach to data sharing, noting that exchanges must pay to access data related to illicit activities. Anyways, This is what actually Changpeng Zhao came out and said. Is that also knowing Chainalysis business is charging exchanges for this data? If they make that data publicly available, the problem wouldn't exist. We are paying client for them. I guess we don't pay enough bad business etiquette for them to do this. So what he's saying is that they have to pay Chainalysis for them to get that feedback of all the stuff that's happening, for them to be able to act. But if Chainalysis really wanted to play on the nice side, they could be giving warnings to Binance, telling them, look, man, this account is having suspicious activity. You should flag it and do something else, right? But again, Chainalysis wants to charge for that because that's probably their business. And yeah, so it becomes like a blame game, right? Anyways, Chao went on to suggest that the report might violate Chainalysis' promise of client confidentiality. And he added that the analytics firm should publish the raw data of illicit transactions instead of issuing bad press releases that concern its clients. Anyways, Chainalysis, meanwhile, has stated that the report was intended to promote the good work of exchanges that stopped the illicit activity, and they stated that the report was not aimed at Binance, which it sees as a long-standing partner. Now, we did cover this article a while back. If I find it when the stream is done, I'll try to like link it up here, you know, on the corner. Anyways, that's it for the news. We're gonna jump onto the analysis section of the stream. So stick with us as I do this quick intro and set up the stream the part of the stream where we'll do the analysis. Be right back. Awesome, and we're back, right? So what is happening, man? Oh, did I click 2? Yes, I think I sent 2 little things there to subscribe and follow at the same time, so it's gonna be a little bit slow. Anyways, we're back, so we're gonna talk about what's happening with the market, right? Yesterday we saw a red day, money flowing out of the cryptosphere, 0.23% down from an opening of $234.01 billion, closing at $233.23 billion, a $543 million move to the downside. Right now, trying to gain a little bit of that, 0.47%, sitting at $234.32 billion, a $1.09 billion move to the downside, and still slightly climbing. Still, the day has way too many hours to go, so this could still turn south, and we'll figure it out once we actually get there. Again, really hoping that we start getting a little more money into the cryptosphere. It should make the price go up. XRP is running. Yes, we'll check it out in a second, man. XRP up 3.46%, man. Where is Bitcoin at in dominance? Yesterday, losing a little bit of dominance, 0.58%, from an opening of 67.55%, closing at 67.20. Right now, losing dominance still, 0.23%, sitting at 67.09. And I'm kind of happy that it's really losing dominance, man. It is better for the cryptosphere, like I told you guys. If Bitcoin loses dominance, it just makes it like more balanced for everyone. Thank you, Fatty, for the comment. I will check it out as soon as I do Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then we'll jump onto the Ripple segment of the stream, and I'll get that checked out. But thank you for letting me know that it's running. I will check it out, though. I just noticed that it's like 3% up, so it's better than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is just up very, very slightly at 8,662, a 0.39% up, and like Ripple is really like hitting 3% up. So we'll check it out in a second. I'm still trying to get this music to play here. For some reason, it just kind of like stopped. Really? Oh, the stream's still going on. No, it's marking me red, so I might be losing connection here. Do bear with me for a second. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, fudge! I think I got disconnected, man. Crud, man. Let's see. Bump up. Still showing me in red. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out why this is showing me in red and telling me that my stream strength is wrong. And it's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth running, such as viewers will experience buffering issues. Okay. So I'm sorry, guys, if you're experiencing buffering issues right now. I'm having, like, internet problems, I guess. Because this is really not working right. Anyways, let me check this out, man. Why is this really not running? There we go. Let's try and replay this. Wow, that's awkward, man. I rarely get internet issues when I'm live, and for some reason, apparently, I'm experiencing a lot of issues right now. Music is playing, still showing me in the on the red here. I'm trying to figure out why. Sorry, guys, if I'm like delaying here for a second. If you guys can see me right, please let me know on the chat. I am struggling to keep up with the chat. I can see that I'm a little bit lagged on my side screen over here, and I'm putting my hand out right now so I know how much lag I have. And apparently it's about a damn, I'm really lagging, man. It really looks slow. I think I might be about a minute behind, actually. So really trying to get for this to catch up, and there we go, starting to turn yellow now, and hoping it turns into green. And I really can't catch up with myself right now. Yes, I am behind a couple minutes. There we go, I'm live, and I'll just do this real quick and look here. There we go. So I got like my 10-second lag. If you guys are still with me, thank you for staying with me. I was experiencing internet issues. I'm gonna try to move quickly to the market, just in case my internet crashes for some reason. I shouldn't be having these problems. I do have like really good uploading speed. Like I get like 100 download speed and then 100 upload speed. So I shouldn't be having these issues. Anyways, like I was saying, dominance 67.04. I'm waiting for this to like really recover and try to run from there. Still lose dominance, meaning, and the market can be better off. Let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin sitting at 8,659. I'm waiting for this to change. There we go, nicely. Music stopped. So I know I'm losing internet. Sorry, guys. I'll just type this out for you guys in case you can't see. I'm typing stuff out to you guys right now, trying to see if you can see me properly. Yeah, let me know. Like, this hasn't shown up on my chat yet, so I know I'm lagging. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do this and get through the market so I don't drag the stream while I'm trying to fix the internet issues. I do hope that this solves itself as just a lag on the stream. Anyways, right now trying to round off and rally again maybe. So we had divergence. We kind of talked about it. Potential price action downside. We did get it. Playing out nicely. I do have an alert set up here at 8,536. The 20 MA is making my chart look really weird, so I'm gonna hide it here for a second, so I can get a better look at the chart, and you might be able to see this, right? So I'll do this. There we go. So again, divergence, potential price action downside. We get it, holding this area, right? Fighting for this area and trying to really rally again. So I'm really hoping that we can get a pump from here. Although there's really no indicator of divergence happening right now that would suggest a pump. Sitting bought on the RSI at 62.58, which is okay. Really just sitting bought, and we want a little bit before we actually run again. But it is an area where we can still try and run again, and that's why I said it's okay. Look, we've been here before, right, holding this area and then running again, and it's really nothing wrong with that. I think I just lost the stream again. Oh, man. Anyways, I'm still recording, so I might be able to still upload this live. And I'm not getting all this lag, man. I'm sorry about this, guys. Can't really get this internet thing to work out today. I'm going to call the internet company and tell them I'm probably going to switch providers if they can't give me steady internet. It's just BS, man. I've never had this problem before, so I'm surprised that I'm getting it right now. I'm going to do something. I'm going to try to stop the music and maybe consume a little bit less broadband that way, so I won't have any music playing for the rest of the stream. Try to see if that also alleviates some of the pressure on the stream, which I highly doubt because this is incoming and the stream is outgoing. But anyways, whatever little bit helps might be good. Yes, I'm still live. Soka, thanks. There we go. Yes, I'm still live. So if you haven't caught up with me yet, we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure out how to get this done. So I'm moving myself to where I'm live again here. Yeah, I guess we're set. Anyways, like I was saying, really nothing else happening here on the daily, so we'll go into the 4 hours and look at stuff there. Even my charts are taking a little bit longer than usual to load. We had divergence again, break the downside as expected, flagging or just moving sideways here. Like I told you, a lot of sideways motion. How are we doing something that's interesting, right? So, higher low, lower low, negative momentum, more negative momentum, high on the RSI, low on the RSI. Really nothing else developing on the short term. Yeah, nothing else developing in the short term. Let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we do have a little bit more interesting stuff happening. So on the 1 hour, let's check it out, man. Remember how I was calling this price action to the downside? I haven't moved this since yesterday, really. So I've been trying to get. I was dying to move it today, but anyways, I didn't. So I'll adjust it here with you guys live. Remember I told you we wanted to get price action to the downside so we could create divergence and try to pump. We've kind of created that right now. We are going there, right, lower than our previous low, and going to positive momentum, right, and also higher. Sorry, higher on the RSI, right? So low, high on the RSI. We still haven't made negative momentum as such to really merit a strong divergence, even though this is still divergence and it could still pump, and that's what I'm hoping to see here. Right, that we do try to rally, even though we're failing right now to really pump strongly. We could still come down, create that negative momentum island, and really create that strong bullish divergence that we're looking for, and pump from there. Right, we're sitting neutral on the RSI at 47.40, and again, that's something that I'm waiting for this to happen on Bitcoin. I'm going to move on to Ethereum. I'm hoping that you guys are still with me. Soka, I know you're watching. Let me know if you are still seeing me live whenever you get to this portion of the stream. Again, sorry guys about the lag on the stream. Internet has been acting weird right now. Because pre-stream and through the first half of the stream, it was working fine. So I'm still running smoothly now. And even though I'm still getting an error here on YouTube saying YouTube is not receiving the data, right? And now it says not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering errors or something. So I am getting a buffering error on my cell phone as I'm trying to spot myself here. I don't have the volume up, so I'm not sure how lagged I am against the stream. Apparently it's still since I'm live and caught up with myself from what I can see. Anyways, let's go to Ethereum dominance on the daily. And it's taking forever to switch to daily. Man, this is just, it's BS, man. Anyways, what's happening? Yesterday you tried to gain dominance, 0.12%. Right now losing a little bit of dominance, 0.2%, sitting at 7.81% of market cap. Again, very nice for Ethereum gaining some of that dominance. Price of Ethereum, $167.32. Basically 0.40% up from yesterday. And let's wait for this to move there, right? Again, sorry, man. Yo, what up, Benny? Yeah, thanks, guys. All right, on my end, I'm getting all these like flags from YouTube, right? I'll show you guys. Right, see this? I'm getting these flags from YouTube. Not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Viewers will experience buffering issues, and I've cut out myself twice, and I already got popped out from the OBS saying that like there's an error. So again, thank you guys for letting me know that. It really helps me. So I want to keep on moving here with the analysis, and thanks for bringing this to my attention. So what's happening with Ethereum, right? We're yesterday losing a little bit of price. Today we're trying to gain that a lot. We're really seeing a pushback from the bulls, right? We saw the price being driven down by the bears and really fighting to keep it up here, which might be a new or starting to create a new area of support here at 167.34. Let's see if we can hold it. Now we are losing that positive momentum and we're sitting bought on the RSI at 65.18, but really nothing else we can chart from there, right? So yeah, sure, man. Let me know. Yeah, calling myself will be great. Calling myself will be great. So let me know that I'm lagging again. Sorry about this, and I'm worried that the stream is going out great with you guys, so that you have quality content and really not like struggling with this, because I'm clicking on stuff here and it's taking forever to load, man. Like, see, I just clicked on the 4 hours and it's still not loading the chart for me. So that's part of the reason why I'm also worried, because my music was also starting to lag. So I know there's a problem with the internet coming in, at least. Awesome. So what's happening on the 4 hours? We had bullish divergence we were creating, right? Hidden bullish. Even though we went slightly lower, right, we would still have it here on the 4 hours. We just anchored it here, and anchored to here. And this will all be great. We're trying to bounce. We're sitting neutral still on the RSI at 52.24. And really nothing else happening from there. We're starting to get this small bounce. And I'm going to put the 20 MA back in just so I can look at it. It's just really taking forever to load. Show the 20 and the Bollinger Bands. See, I'm clicking on stuff is real not happening. So again, there we go. Now they're loaded. So we rejected the 20 MA. Okay, that's something I was afraid of. We did hit the 20 MA and we bounced from there. Again, we might try to rally and touch it again and try to break it, but if we fail, we're probably gonna see lower prices. That's something that's worrying me with Ethereum right now and on the 4 hours. So I'm gonna go into the 1 hour chart and see what's happening there. And again, it's taking forever to load, man. There we go. All right, so we're creating a sort of pennant. You know, we kind of talked about that, and we ended up breaking the downside because Bitcoin ended up breaking the downside. Now, my indicators are still not loaded, either the MACD or the RSI. They're processing, apparently, because the internet is being crappy. And right now, my cell phone told me there's no connection, and I'm also reloading here. And there we go. I'm seeing myself again. And I'm a little bit lagged behind on my screen on the cell phone. Now the indicators, that is great. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, cool. So we're going from a low, right, to another low that is a positive momentum. Sorry, a zero, actually. You'll see it up here. It shows as -0, so that means it's zero. So we're going from a low, right, to a lower low. Going from negative momentum to much less negative momentum, almost neutral, giving us bullish divergence, strong potential price action to the upside, and we've seen it play out a little bit better than Bitcoin, though, still floating within this area, but expanded the Bollinger Bands a little bit. Now, on the RSI, I'm trying to gauge whether or not we have that divergence, and we do have it. I mean, I can see it. I'm just trying to pinpoint it. There we go. Awesome. So we do have that strong bullish divergence as well. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 54.46. And really nothing else happening here. So our previous island with this one, and even if you want to consider this one, our previous main island, because here we just have a scrub island of separation, you would go from a high, right, that would be 56 to this high that would be 55. So still high on the price, low on the price, high on the positive momentum, low on the positive momentum, high on the RSI, low on the RSI. We'll be going with the market, right? That's great. So I'm going to move on to just check something out on Bitcoin because I didn't have the Bollinger Bands. I want to see if we're expanding a little bit. And I doubt. I think Bitcoin are going to be a little bit more flat. There we go. See, they're a little bit more flat. And you can tell that because the price action is not moving high on Bitcoin, right? It's just moving sideways. So you're going to get a little bit of tightening of the Bollinger Bands. On Ethereum, we do see that the price increased a little bit more. And we're seeing this widening up a little bit more. So it's just something you can infer sometimes by looking at the market. If you have just sideways motion, you can kind of believe that the Bollinger Bands are going to start contracting around that. It just means volatility is leaving the market. Let's go to XRP. What's happening with XRP on the daily for dominance? Sitting at 4.45%. Yesterday, we dropped dominance, 1.04. Right now, we're gaining 2.32. Today is still young, pumping. That's good. Sitting at 4.45% market cap. Price of XRP at 23 cents, 23.883 cents. to be precise, and pumping a little bit, 2.77% gains. The rest of the market is really not making that. Bitcoin is only up 0.24%. Ethereum is up 0.32%. And like XRP really having a small rally, which is good. Sitting at, like I said, at 23.83 cents. Really hoping for this to like get above the 24.29. We kind of did it twice. We weren't able to hold there for the rest of the day and really confirm a price closing up there that would move us up to this tier, right? That 26,692 to this area. So we're still holding on this area. Still go all the way down to like 13.5 cents, right? So again, not the best looking for Ripple. Really hoping that we can manage to pump today and get above here. So we'll look at the smaller time frames to see if we have something that would suggest that. On here, we don't have anything else building from what we had before. Just sitting bought on the RSI at 62.08. So let's go to the 4 hours and check it out there. Loading, baby Robinson, loading. You know, it's taking forever, man. Yeah, awesome. It's loaded, but still no RSI in sight. Yeah. So, Benny, thank you for joining us, man. I do know you have school, but thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good time at your school and things are going great. Soka's telling me that now I'm lagging. Thanks, Soka. It's showing me that I have 0 kbps. So it's really not transmitting anything. Now it's telling me that I have 6,000. And now it's telling me I have 1,000. Now it's telling me I have 0. And now it's telling me I have 4,000. Now 500. So there's a problem with my internet for sure. Now it tells me 0 again. So thanks for letting me know I'm lagging. I'm still trying to wait for this to catch up a little bit. And I'll keep on talking about this though. And hope that you guys are able to follow along. So what's happening on the 4 hours? We're getting above that 20 MA, which is good. Simple moving average. We did manage to break below it a couple hours ago when the rest of the market went down. Then since then we went low, right? We didn't quite hit a low. In the 1 hour we'll see a low and a lower low, and we'll determine whether or not we have that bullish divergence is what we're looking for, right? So but what I can tell you is we're going from a low to a higher low on the 4 hours, right? Which is good. And yesterday I didn't trace it because we didn't quite have it here, but now we do have it. Right, so you're going low, higher low, negative momentum, more negative momentum, creating hidden bullish divergence, potential price continuation, right? So that's what we're looking for. That's a bullish sign that could help us bring this pump that we're trying to see. Here on the other side, we would also have it, right? So that'll be it for this here. What I'm going to do is move on to the 1 hour. We are sitting neutral here at 55.73 on the 4 hours. I'll go into the 1 hour and check it out there. Again, sorry if I'm lagging a lot. I'm not sure. This thing is just bouncing like crazy. All right, cool. Thanks, Soka. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. I mean, I wish I could do something about this. It's just the internet service provider. It's just a bit slow, right? Anyways, look, remember how I was talking about this yesterday on here, and I also left it open, and I told you guys we want to go lower, hit divergence. We did manage to bounce here, and we were looking for lower prices, right? I can't remember if when I did it yesterday we were actually hitting it there or not. I don't think so because this is way up here, and I doubt we had this much momentum and we killed it. So I'm positive that I was talking about creating divergence, or wanting for this to come a little bit lower. I think we were somewhere on here, and I told you guys we didn't have it here. I want this to come a little bit lower so we can create divergence and try to pump. And here we did have that strong bullish divergence that we're looking for, and probably part of the reason why we're pumping. Now, we don't have it on the RSI. You can tell that we're going lower here on the RSI and much lower down here on the RSI. So on the RSI, we didn't quite hit it the way we wanted to, but we did hit it on the MACD histogram. Now, 1 second, guys. There we go. I'm back. I was trying to figure something out real quick here, and I was going to make a little bit of noise, but yeah, we're back. So anyways, we did create this divergence that is strong and is bullish, and probably part of the reason that we're pumping. Now, we did manage to get above that 20 MA. We used it as support. Want to try to pump. Failed, right? Getting a higher price. We did come down again and bounce off the 20 MA beautifully. And really from there just shot off, which is really, really nice. Again, Fatty, thank you for bringing this to my attention. I hadn't looked at XRP in all day. To be honest, really right now XRP is one of those things where I do have my huddle bag, but I'm not actively trading it right now. I do want it to get above a certain level before I actually become an active trader of XRP again. Right now, what I might do is just add a little bit more to my position, depending on how this is starting to look, right? I do want it to get 24 cent though, but still, the part that is keeping me from putting money into the crypto market is that Bitcoin still hasn't really gotten above that 200 simple moving average, which is one of the main indicators for the bear market. Anyways, on the 1 hour, we are hitting bot levels on the RSI at 65.74, and I do believe I'm running good now on the stream. So if you guys hit on your screens and hit live, you will catch up with me till right now, right? So do that, and we'll be at like minor time change, I guess. So yeah, let me know. Anyways, that's it for XRP. Yeah, that's it for XRP. Let's move on to Litecoin. Litecoin on the daily. What is happening? Yesterday we lost a little bit of dominance, 0.64%. Right now we're trying to pump 0.40%, sitting at 1.57% of market cap. Price of Litecoin, $57.62. Now, what is happening here, man? We did manage to break back into this downsloping channel, and that's fine. We're kind of close below it yesterday, and we're just moving down with it. Starting to make a positive momentum, positive price action, sorry. But that positive momentum still stagnating and sitting bought on the RSI at 65.89 and doing nothing else since. So really not a lot happening. Still a lot of volatility open on the Bollinger Bands above that 20 MA. So let's go to the 4 hours, man. Load MACD. There we go. Now, something that's happening here, and that also wasn't happening yesterday when we were doing the stream, from here to here, right? We're going higher. So to a lower, and we're going higher, right? Creating hidden bullish divergence. Even in the shorter term, I guess we could still have it. No, we don't quite. We do have this hidden bullish divergence, right? And we would also have it against the RSI, which is something I was looking for. There we go. From here to here, right? Awesome. So now, zooming in a little bit more, I want to check this price out. Yes, we are going slightly lower here still. So from way back here to here, we do have this. And then in the shorter term, right, from here to here and here to here on the 4 hours, this will be negative 66. It will be negative 63. So like I said, we're creating that strong bullish divergence on this small time frame. I'm trying to get this to right. There we go. It's just taking forever, man. Again, I just want to adjust this to make sure it's going to be on this time frame and really not go back into the 1 hour time frame. But the internet is running super slow, man. It's just unbearable. There we go, on the 4 hours. Awesome. That's just going to stick here. So again, we do have this divergence. Like, it was very small. It's slant divergence. So again, chance that it wouldn't have played out. And it didn't play out as strongly as it could have. Still above that, below that 20 MA, sorry. And sitting neutral on the RSI at 50.02. We'll look at the 1 hour and see what's going on. Litecoin pumping 0.91%. So again, after Ripple, apparently or XRP is the new best pump that we have. So what's happening here, man? Are we going lower? Let's see. Yes, slightly. But this is looking a little bit like Bitcoin, right? Low, lower low, negative momentum to positive momentum, right? And low on the RSI to so lower on the RSI to higher on the RSI, right? Creating that strong bullish divergence, trying to pump, but really not going much higher. And right now, trying to hold that 20 MA, trying to pump from there, but really not taking off strongly as you would have expected, right? Or we would have expected. Neutral on the RSI at 54.62. That's about it, man. Now, if we do go higher, we're probably going to create bearish divergence and then break down again, which could create that negative momentum island that we're looking for, right? It's for us to anchor to that. So it'll be low, lower low, negative momentum to negative momentum, right? And on the RSI, probably higher on the RSI, but with real strong divergence happening here on the MACD, right? And that's something that I would kind of be looking forward to. So let's go to Binance. What's happening with Binance dominance? Yesterday, it lost a little bit of dominance, 0.20%. Right now, it's gaining 0.49%, sitting at 1.16% of market cap. Price of Binance, $17.43. Yesterday, losing a little bit of price, 0.43%. Right now, gaining that 0.89%. Like I said, sitting at $17.43. Really nothing else happening, right? Decreasing here on the price. Starting making new green today. but also going down on that positive momentum and sitting bought on the RSI at 64.24. 64.24, yes. So let's go to the 4 hours. There's really nothing else happening on the daily yet. So we had divergence, right? Damn, did we have it here? And I probably missed it? Yeah, I think so, man. On this chart, we do. I just probably missed calling it yesterday. Let me check on this chart. Yes, we also do, man. All right, cool. So we created another divergence that I probably just missed yesterday because it was so small. Here we go, man. It'll be this. It'll be going from here to here, right? Slightly higher. Very, very slightly higher. And we're going from here to a lower, right? So there we go. So creating a strong bearish divergence, potential price action to the downside, and probably part of the reason that we broke down here, and again, trying to get to above that 20 MA, but failing. Do we have it on the RSI? So yes, we will also be going lower on the RSI, and we're going slightly higher, right, on the price. See, this closing was at 1761, and this closing is at 1761.6, so 61.4, 61.6, very, very slightly higher, you can tell. If I just put my mouse here, you'll see that dotted line running across that, right? And you'll see that this is below, right? So again, you see that? It's still slightly below. So we do have that strong divergence. You could even call it a medium divergence if you wanted a class B, type 2, sorry. So indicating that this is like what's happening, right? Just moving sideways on the price, but lower on that positive momentum and lower on the RSI, creating that bearish divergence. So like I said, neutral on the RSI at 53.80. So let's go to the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, what's happening? Let's check this out, though. Are we going lower? No, we're not. All right, so we don't have that divergence that we had with the rest of the market. This is slightly higher than back here. Now do we have something going on the top? Let's see, higher high, more positive momentum. Now we're going slightly higher high with less positive momentum in the short term, and this is still developing, right? This still could pump and negate it, but on the short term here, we do have this divergence developing, and that could potentially mean price action to the downside. So again, just be careful with this. The rest of the market has already moved down. This could catch up to the market. We don't have it right now on the RSI. That's fine. Here will be 56.72, and over here it's 58.72. Thanks, Benny, for letting me know that the connection is great again. That's it, man. I know, Benny, that you're into Insolar, so I'll go check that one out. If you guys want me to look at another project, do let me know. I know I lost a lot of viewers today. I'm sorry, guys. I do have like 15 playbacks that canceled, and that's probably when I was having all these connectivity issues. And I'm sorry about the stream being like this. I do hope that you come and visit again for another dose of the Studio Crypto later on when I'm not having internet problems. And like I said, sorry about that. Something that's completely out of my control, and I wish the internet service provider didn't have these issues. Now ICX, let's see here. Insolar, no, this icon INS is what I'm looking for. Where did I had Insolar, man? I already went over it. Where is INS? Here we go, INS. So look at INS on daily, right? Breaking down again, you can still track this onto here, and that's fine. So you're still creating this divergence, and this still will just track onto here today. And this is all great, right? You're still having that hidden bullish divergence, potential price action to the upside, where nothing else happening there. On the 4 hours, do we have something? Yes, we had divergence, right? You did try to rally on the 4 hours. This was on the 19th, so we checked this one out yesterday. You did try to rally, but failed at the 20 MA and broke down from there, right? That's what's happening here. So again, we were right on calling it to the upside. You just weren't strong enough to get there. And I do remember we saw this happening, and we did said that it hit our target at 1754, which we didn't know where we got it from, and I haven't gone back to look at it. But I know we placed it out before this happened, and lo and behold, we actually did hit it almost spot on. We were a couple cents off, and we did reject, right? So again, part of the reason that we're going down is because of that rejection. Now, this happened post stream. This was 10 p.m. or after 10 p.m. candle. So on that 4-hour candle after, we did manage to reject the 20 MA and move slightly lower, but still, this low, it's higher than our previous low, and that is great. Nothing else we can trace here, so I'm going to move on to the 1 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour, man. Now it's going to take forever, man. All right, cool. So we're here. We were calling divergence. This was yesterday at 5 a.m. I guess we called it out. I'm not sure when we called this out. It says the 20th. That's how I haven't touched this chart. So why did I go down here at 5 a.m.? Really? I'm something weird, man. Yesterday we did the stream, and maybe I called this out yesterday, right? So we did have divergence, price action to the upside. We did try to pump, not strong enough. Yes, this was yesterday. Sorry, I was trying to remember because I don't look at this coin that often, so I'm still trying to figure out like when I did this, right? So again, high, higher, high, right? More positive momentum. That's great. That's building. Now shorter term, let's see, 757, 785, so slightly higher still. Slightly higher and also higher on the other side. So we're going with the market now. Why are you breaking down? You don't really have divergence here. Let's see, low, higher, right? So high, higher, high, higher, high, positive momentum, more positive momentum, more positive momentum, and then breaking down. Probably the market breaking you down, man. Really don't find anything else that'll break you down except the point that you kind of touch the top of the Bollinger Bands, but that's really no reason to go back down. You did go down, touch this bottom part. They try to bounce, hit that 20 main, rejected, right? So let's see. All right, something that you are making, and probably part of the reason that you try to rally again, right? You're going from a, let me just make sure this is going to stay here on the 1 hour. Yes, it is. So low, higher low, right? Negative momentum. More negative momentum. On the RSI, we don't have it, right? We're going from a low on the RSI to a higher on the RSI. So here we'll be creating hidden bullish divergence, potential price continuation. We did try to rally, fell to the 20 MA, breaking down, try to break the 20 MA again, but struggling, right? We're sitting right on it right now. A little bit above it, but still struggling to get higher. A lot of contraction happening on the Bollinger Bands. Look at this tightness, man. We could get an explosive move. Now, we could channel a little bit like we did back here and then get an explosive move, or we could get an explosive move soon. It's no indicator of time as to when we're going to get it, just that we know that we're going to get it. And it is a potential, that we actually explode somewhere and in any given time, right? Unfortunately, it does not tell us when or where we're going to burst through, but it just tells the volatility of the market and we can expect a violent move. Now, hopefully, it'll be to the upside. We do have this divergence. That's the last thing that we're playing off. We did try to rally and failed. If we manage to get above this 20 MA, we might try to run to the upside if Bitcoin lets us and it doesn't crash, right? If Bitcoin goes down, might bring the market down with it. In Solar, 1.06% up on the daily. So after after XRP, it would be the next best performer. And then it would be Litecoin with 1.15%, right? So I guess that's what we're looking at right now. And that'll be it for in Solar, man. Sorry, no, that's actually XRP, Litecoin, and other coins that we looked. Then it's in Solar. So that's the coins that we looked at so far. Guys, if there's anyone here and you want me to look at a particular coin, do let me know in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to call it a stream for tonight. I do appreciate each and every one of you showing up today on a great Monday night and being here with me talking about crypto and the market, right? It's freaking cold outside today, man. It's been raining. It's really not freezing cold, but it feels really cold because it's been raining and it's really humid. But anyways, other than that, do let me know if you want me to look at something else, and I'll check it out. I'm not sure if you're caught up with me yet, but if you are, type it out in the chat, and otherwise I'll give you a couple minutes, and when that happens, I'll try to get the music back on so that we can really listen to something here while time goes by, right? So we're gonna go here and go with this one. This is usually our sign-off song, but I just want to play this one because I like it. Because I am everywhere. So So I do have some lag here on the chat, and I'm noticing that right now. I'm trying to fix this a little bit there. There we go, man, a little bit better. Now if I go into the mic, you really don't see me cutting off right here, which is something that I was noticing as I was spotting myself on the mirror, which is great. Now, yeah, awesome, man. So I'm not sure where you guys are at the stream, so come on, open invitation if you just want me to look at something. Let me know on the chat. Anyways, I'm going to start signing off, and then if a comment comes in, I'll do that. If not, it'll just be it for tonight. Guys, again, thank you for watching. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. Please subscribe to this channel. I do appreciate each and every one of you showing up every single night to come here and talk about crypto with me and look at the markets. Yeah, you guys are great. You guys are amazing. And if it wasn't for you, this channel wouldn't exist. So you guys coming back here every night just makes it worthwhile. And yeah. So thank you for being here again. Like I said, thank you for sharing this time with me. And if you like what we do, talk about crypto to your friends, to your family, to your cohort. If you're praying in solar pumps. Yeah, hopefully, man. That tightness should have an explosive move. It's just that we don't know where it's going to go right now. Like I said, talk about crypto to your family, to your coworkers, to your friends. Let them know that we're here. We're a really good crypto channel. We're really fair on our analysis and our reviews. Yeah. Guys, I'll catch you tomorrow for another edition of the State of Crypto. I do hope you enjoyed your stay here with me tonight. Sorry about the music tongue twisted. Sorry about the music problems and the internet troubles. I do hope that I can get them fixed tonight, so that tomorrow we have a smooth sailing stream. Again, guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here, and I hope you have a great rest of your Monday night, and then a awesome Tuesday morning. Guys, again, that'll be all. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks.